Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5.
The 18-year-old driver accused in a suspected fatal drunk driving crash in Pasco has his first appearance in court. What the Washington State Patrol says about decisions made by police prior to the crash.
Also ahead, dangerous stretches of highway in Washington State get legislation attention. The proposed safety measures aimed at saving lives.
And death threats spark a heated debate why Franklin County commissioners are challenging the courthouse gun ban.
And from the Kittitas Valley to the Columbia Basin, finally some sunshine today, pretty mild out there, and things are going to stay pretty quiet all week. I'll give you all the details on your weather forecast. The News at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
And a very good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. It is Monday, February the 9th.
All right, first at 5 o'clock, the man who is accused in a suspected drunk driving crash in Pasco Friday night had his first appearance in court today. Authorities say 18-year-old Pedro Ruiz refused to stop for Pasco police when he drove onto I-182 and crashed head-on into a car being driven by 57-year-old Maria Mendoza of Grandview. Mendoza died at the scene. A Pasco police officer suspected Ruiz of driving under the influence and was pursuing him at the time of the crash. Washington State Patrol says crashes like this show how quickly pursuits can turn dangerous, especially if impairment is a factor.
Impaired driving continues to be one of the biggest issues in our state and in other states. It's involved in over 50% of fatal collisions that we investigate. It's 100% preventable. It is 100% preventable.
Troopers say officers constantly weigh those risks during a pursuit, considering traffic, road conditions, and the threat the suspect poses to others on the roadways. The crash remains under investigation. As for Ruiz, his next court date is February the 12th.
Improving safety along dangerous stretches of State Route 395 and Highway 12. A new bill aiming to do just that is now making its way to the Washington State House floor. House Bill 2174, introduced by District 16 Representative Mark Clicker, would create 2 crash prevention zones. If passed, a $73 fee would be added to any speeding or crash fines in the 2 zones. The money would fund extra patrols, new road signs, as well as an engineering and traffic investigation into both areas.
It is a temporary fix, but it would make it possible for local governments to establish the crash prevention zone after a public hearing.
The Washington State Department of Transportation or other local authorities would carry out the investigation. We'll keep you posted.
All right, well, hope you had a fantastic weekend. Saw some rain or a lot of rain, depending on where you were.
But today, oh my goodness, we're making up for it, I think, Austin.
We are. Let's check in with First Alert's Stacy Lee live in our weather center. And yeah, Wendy, look at that shot.
The sun.
Finally, a little bit of clearing of clouds, although the clouds are lingering. And believe it or not, today was a stormy day in our Cascade Mountains where they picked up a couple more inches of snow since the weekend. But today looks pristine. What a great evening, afternoon, whatever you want to call this. 52 degrees. We have had some light winds, which is good. That's filtering out that those low-lying clouds and fog that's been sitting in our area. Temperatures, again, very warm, well above our average today at 52 degrees right now in Tri-Cities. We are at 49 in Yakima, 48 in Walla Walla. Now, the warmer air is finally shifting east. Good news for folks in the Midwest. They're finally going to get some warmer temperatures on the way, but that means cooling for us, and you'll start to really feel that tonight as the entire region will drop down below the freezing level overnight, and we're going to see a couple of nights in a row of these really chilly overnight lows. Now, we go dry beginning tomorrow through Friday, so pretty mild weather, light breezy winds, and Temperatures, again, staying pretty mild into this evening, but you can see 33 by 10. It's going to drop down to freezing after midnight. So get ready for chilly overnight lows. Watch for early morning patchy fog in some locations. It's not going to be as widespread as we've been seeing, but very possible. We're going to stay dry through Friday. Weekend storms, that equals mountain snow, and we sure need that. So we'll talk about that coming up. Austin, Wendy.
Okay, Stacey, thank you. Now to continuing coverage. Franklin County commissioners and the sheriff are clashing over guns at the county courthouse. A debate that's fueled by recent death threats, court security rules, and a decades-old tragedy. The dispute centers on whether county employees and elected officials with concealed carry permits can bring weapons into the building. Commissioners want the right to protect themselves after one commissioner, Stephen Bauman, recently received a death threat. The sheriff of Franklin County says Superior Court judges have authority over courthouse security. Current rules allow only law enforcement and private security to carry weapons inside.
We enforce the law. The law says there's an RCW 90-41-300 that outlines that. There's a 2012 court order by the judges that outlines who's in charge and who does those type of things. But we enforce the law.
After the threat, which was in 2024, Bauman asked Superior Court judges for permission to carry his gun inside the courthouse. The judges denied his request. Last week, commissioners voted to repeal a county ordinance supporting the court's weapon ban, but the move does not override judicial authority.
If you are planning to make your voice heard in the special election, tomorrow is the deadline. Local election officials say many of the measures focus on education. This special election in Yakima County features 9 measures across 7 school districts, including 2 questions in West Valley and a park issue as well. In Benton County, voters are deciding on propositions for the Kennewick, Richland, and Grandview school districts. So far, about 20% of the nearly 120,000 ballots in Benton County have been returned. Yakima County also reporting about a 20% return on its roughly 45,000 ballots. Officials say these elections often come down to just a few hundred votes.
I mean, just think recently, Yakima City had a tax question, a levy question in front of the voters that barely did not pass. And look at all of the energy and concern that's come out since then. So oftentimes these elections in particular come down to just a few hundred votes, many times even less than that, whether they're passing or failing.
The election is set to be certified by February the 20th.
In the meantime, Pasco voters will decide whether the city should be annexed into the Mid-Columbia Library District. This measure would shift library funding to a dedicated property tax of about 23 cents per $1,000 of assessed value. That works out to about $69 a year for a $300,000 home. City Councilman Leo Perales supports the plan, saying it would provide stable funding and more resources for families.
I am for this annexation vote. I think it's the best option we have really on the table, because if it doesn't pass, then we're going to have to consider raising taxes in other areas. And so we really don't want to do that to an extent. And, we're just really looking for a new funding structure.
Some residents say with the city facing budget challenges, they don't want to see another tax added and plan to vote no. Ballots must be turned in by 8 p.m. on Tuesday.
In national news tonight, the search for Nancy Guthrie enters its 2nd week, and investigators believe she was taken from her home against her will 9 days ago.
Meanwhile, a purported deadline for a ransom of $6 million was at 5 p.m. today, so 8 minutes ago. Lee Waldman has the very latest on the desperate search.
We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her.
Outside of the home of Nancy Guthrie, her community is coming together, laying candles and flowers. Guthrie's possible abductor or abductors are believed to have sent purported ransom notes threatening her life if a demand for $6 million is not met by 5 p.m., according to CNN affiliate KGUN. A first demand deadline reportedly passed last week. KGUN reported the ransom note included a threat to Guthrie's life. Her children, Savannah, Annie, and Cameron, posted a third video over the weekend pleading for their mother's return.
This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Every kidnapping I've worked has been the same. They want their money, they want to stay anonymous, and so that is what's going on. And the family is stating, hey, we'll give you the money, just show us our mother.
Law enforcement officials were at Nancy Guthrie's home Monday morning. This weekend, they were seen examining a septic tank nearby. The Pima County Sheriff's Department said the investigation is ongoing in multiple locations, and they will guard the 84-year-old's home at the request of her family. So far, no suspects or persons of interest have been identified. Authorities are still asking for tips and information.
In the background, nothing stops. They're still getting leads, they're still getting tips, and they still have their own investigative avenues where they're learning a bit more each day as they dig into this.
I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
A reported second note does not include a deadline, but authorities are working to confirm its authenticity.
And following this newscast, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir picks up on coverage of the search for Nancy Guthrie as her children plea for her return. Plus, David is tracking lawmakers reviewing what the government redacted in the Epstein files.
In other news tonight, looking for work, job seekers in Yakima will have a new opportunity to connect with employers this week. A job fair is happening tomorrow at the Yakima Convention Center. It will bring together dozens of local businesses, everything from healthcare to public service, all looking to hire. WorkSource Yakima says attendees can meet face-to-face with recruiters, learn about open positions, and in some cases, even interview on the spot. The event is open to the public, no registration required. Job seekers are encouraged to bring multiple copies of their resume and dress professionally. Doors open at 10 a.m. and the fair runs until 1 p.m.
Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now live at 5, the city of Kennewick plans to make event funding more transparent. The new grant program designed to support local activities.
And what a beautiful evening out there today. We actually saw the sun shining out there today. Hoping for more of that as the week goes on. But is that in the cards? Stacy's coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home.
I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you. And we understand what really matters.
Just like you,
we're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We're here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
This February, it's more countless wins with a $55,000 high-stakes giveaway at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Over $5,000 is up for grabs weekly, Fridays and Saturdays in February. Take home cash prizes and premium Pendleton beef. Multiply your entries every Monday. And on Saturday, February 28th, 4 grand prize finalists will break the bank with $13,000 in cash and prizes, including $500 of Pendleton beef for each winner. Beef up your wins only at Wild Horse Resort and Casino.
So what do you think about these?
Yeah, we're gonna take... From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Don't relocate, renovate. As your needs change, update your bathroom with aging and accessibility solutions designed to keep the space safe and stylish. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
There was a nice lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. I need a bigger house, but with so many choices, who can I trust to help me with a loan? So she called her friends for advice, and they knew exactly what to do.
Yakima Federal helped us when the big bad wolf blew our house down. They had great service and offered a fantastic rate on our new home construction loan. And they won't sell your loan to the big bad wolf.
I'll call them tomorrow. Skip the wolves. Trust Yakima Federal with your next home loan. You'll be glad you did.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Welcome back, everybody. In a recent Kennewick City Council meeting, council members approved a new Parks and Recreation Special Events Grant Program in a 5-to-1 vote.
It's really designed to bring more structure and transparency to how the city waives fees for community events. Parks and Rec staff says the goal is to help new events get off the ground while still supporting nonprofits and community-focused activities. It sets clear eligibility requirements and creates a scoring process to determine which events receive assistance.
Officials say the program will also require events to gradually become self-sufficient so funding can be made available for future events.
As soon as they receive that conditional approval, which can take a few weeks to a month from the time of application, they would then be able to apply.
City staff say the grant program will work alongside existing policies that allow continued support for certain long-running or high-impact events while creating a more consistent process for new applicants.
Need help to get your business up and running? The City of Umatilla is launching a new business incubator. Once open, it'll offer reduced rate retail spaces, business training, and networking opportunities to help new businesses grow and eventually move into permanent locations. City leaders say this project has actually been years in the making. The city purchased the old post office building in 2015 with plans to refurbish the space and revitalize the downtown area alongside Village Square Park. Funding for the renovation came through state and federal partners, allowing the project to move forward without borrowing money.
We're looking for folks that can show and demonstrate at just a general and basic level, a general business idea and concept, what they're hoping to do, put together a timeline.
Officials say the incubator program runs on a 3-year time frame. They're hoping to hold a ribbon-cutting ceremony in early May.
All right, our big sports story, of course, the Seattle Superhawks.
I like that. It should be a thing.
It should be
It's a thing now.
The Seahawks are Super Bowl champions once again, defeating the Patriots 29-13. It is the second Super Bowl victory in Seahawks history. Fittingly, 12 years since their first Super Bowl win in 2014.
Yeah, those Superhawks are super. Running back Kenneth Walker was named Super Bowl MVP, and Yakima native Cooper Kupp earned his second Super Bowl ring. In attendance for the game in Santa Clara was Tri-Cities resident Heath Brewster, who told us about his bucket list fantasy being checked off.
Just hanging out all weekend with different people, and I had a great time at the game. It was unbelievable. I'm sure you can imagine what that was like for me. A lifelong dream, and being able to see my team win there in person was just, it was spectacular.
All right, the Super Bowl parade will take place in Seattle this Wednesday. It starts at 11 a.m. Roughly 1 million people are expected to attend.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And it was perfect football viewing weather yesterday with the rain that came through the area. Mountain snow, a few inches fell in our Cascades. It's good news. It's a good sign. We've got a few clouds lingering here in Central Washington at the Central Washington Outdoor Camp. Ellensburg, 43 degrees right now. The feels like is 38. Winds are a little bit light. Winds are good, even though it makes it feel colder. It's keeping that fog from settling down into the lower elevations. Look how great it is outside. Temperatures are nice in the 50s here in the Columbia Basin. upper 40s to lower 40s in the foothills and the mid to upper 40s there. Here's what's going on. This is that system. It's starting to peter out. A tiny bit of snow still falling in our upper elevations. A few clouds coming on by, but ridge of high pressure right there. That's going to keep us dry for the next few days. However, temperatures are starting to cool down. That warm air finally shifting to the east, giving the folks in the Midwest and the East Coast a bit of a break. They've been very, very cold. Temperatures yesterday for Yakima warm, as you can see, 53 degrees with the normal of 45. So we're going to start seeing these daytime highs cool just slightly as well. They're going to hover right around average for the next few days. This is Tri-Cities over the next 7 days. In the 40s, just tapping out at 50. Now, our overnight lows are going to be on the chilly side for the next couple of nights, and then they're going to warm up just a few degrees heading into the weekend. And the weekend is where we're getting set up for a couple of big storms coming in that should produce quite a bit of snow in our Cascade Mountains, and we could see some rain showers lingering over from the Cascades. Overnight tonight, chilly, down in the 30s. We are down pretty much at freezing or below freezing tonight in many of our locations, so grab a coat. It's going to be a chilly one. We're also going to be tracking some breezy to gusty winds. We saw a few of those today. By midnight, pretty calm out there, but look for those winds to pick up tomorrow afternoon, especially in Hermiston, Tri-Cities, and down the Columbia River Gorge. So a little bit breezy out there, keeping the fog out. Futurecast, not a lot to see. The only little blurb is coming up from the south, which could impact Cabbage Hill. We're watching that for a little bit of snow, but again, mainly out of our viewing area, and that'll stay south of Tri-Cities. Now, what we are forecasting and looking forward to is this coming weekend, where we're going to pick up a pretty good amount of snow through the Cascades and even the Blues. Much needed snow there for all those ski resorts, so keep your fingers crossed there. All right, pretty quiet. Look at that all week long as we head to Valentine's Day on Saturday. Temperatures going from the 50s back to the 40s into the weekend. Yakima looking real quiet as well, with slight chances of rain beginning Saturday and Sunday. In Ellensburg, we also, it's going to get a little chilly at night in the 20s. Depending on when that rain comes, it could come in the form as mixed precipitation. So look for a little rain mix with snow possibly this weekend. Walla Walla also could see a little bit of a wintry mix as the temperatures drop there on Sunday into next Monday. By the way, next Monday is President's Day, and we always have to put on there Galentine's Day. That's when the gals get together. Usually my single friends are like, it's your celebration, ladies. So
we got to mark that.
We got to mark it down.
I love it. All right. Well, coming up in tonight's Spotlight, how students in Yakima are using potatoes and baggy pants to help people understand a rare genetic disease.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Power up, America. The Ford President's Day sales event is here. Save on the vehicles that will take you places, give you a surge of productivity, and a new sense of freedom. So, head to your local Ford dealer, because it's time to get in the driver's seat. Get a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend starting at just $27,800, plus a 2-year maintenance plan, only at your local Ford dealer.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
I'm Eduardo Morfin. Morfin Law Firm thanks you for 5 years of support. Remember, when choosing an attorney, select a local attorney that supports your local community.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can it keep me warm when I'm cold?
Wait, no, I'm always hot.
Sleep Number does that.
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Sleep Number does that. Your ideal firmness and effortless comfort all night.
Can it help us sleep better and better?
Please.
Sleep Number does that.
And now our best deals are on, including 50% off our limited edition mattress, plus 0% interest for 24 months. Check it out at sleepnumber.com or at a Sleep Number store near you.
Attention viewers. Good News Today, produced by Richland Lutheran Church, airing Sundays at 9 a.m., will be airing this Saturday at 9 a.m. Good News Today will resume its regularly scheduled time on Sunday, February 22nd at 9 a.m.
Skiing with incredible views. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Weeknights at 5, we bring you the Spotlight. An innovative initiative is raising awareness for hereditary spastic paraplegia. Jeff Thien and Davis High School student Theron Clements, along with volunteers, launched the project Potato Pants, which simulates HSP's walking challenges. On May 30th, their annual event featuring obstacle courses and games will help support their mission of creating understanding through experience. Have an idea for the Spotlight? Send it to us through any of our social media platforms: X, TikTok, Nextdoor, Facebook, or Instagram.
All right, Stacey.
All right. We always end on a high note. Your reason to smile when we come right back.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Weekdays at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
It's the President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last. Plus, get 60 months, no interest. The President's Day Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Attention Hanford and PNNL workers and contractors. You may qualify for valuable benefits, including in-home care. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare on Friday, February 20th for a reunion and lunch at the Courtyard Marriott at Columbia Point in Richland. Connect and learn about care with compassion and our dedication to helping elevate energy workers' health, independence, and quality of life. RSVP by calling 509-204-1295 or visit uewhealth.com.
Thinking about an RV show? Skip it and save some dough. At Broadmoor RV, you get real people, real prices, real service with the same great deals, no show required. Skip the crowds, skip the hidden fees, skip the show, and save some dough at Broadmoor RV, where we make camping fun.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
Real strength isn't pushing through pain, it's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil Liquid Gel's target pain caused by inflammation for fast, strong relief. Advil, that's real strength.
New Sensodyne Clinical Repair is absolutely amazing. When your teeth are sensitive, they need special care. New Sensodyne Clinical Repair creates a protective shield over those exposed areas that can help repair sensitive areas of teeth after 60 seconds. I recommend Sensodyne Clinical Repair.
It's the President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Colorado Queen for only $199.99. Plus, get 60 months no interest and free shipping. The President's Day Super Sale, only at Denver Mattress.
Apple Valley News Now congratulates the Seahawks Super Bowl 60 champions. Thank you to our viewers for following the Hawks to the Bay Area with live coverage on Apple Valley News Now, ABC, and Apple Valley News Now. Your home for Super Bowl 61. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next DT, Bad Bunny makes Super Bowl halftime history. Plus,
the best ever.
We're with the Stars getting game day hype.
Cheers. Let's go. Here we go.
Next DT.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
And welcome back. We always like to end on a high note, so come take a look at your screen. I had to do the Frolicking Fawns.
Oh,
Can
wow.
you see that?
That's a cool shot.
Viewer sent this one in. Kirby Lambert. Thank you so much, Kirby. That's in Waitsburg. Beautiful sky. And yep, those little deer up on the hill there. All right, use the QR code on top of your screen and send those weather photos. Keep them coming in thanks to Lifetime Dental Care. All right, real quick, forecast going dry for the next several days. Pretty quiet weather, a little bit of a breeze here and there. Temperatures are going to be mild, but a little cooler than they have been over the last couple of weeks. So get ready for slightly cooler temperatures, especially overnight. And then our active weather returns just in time for the weekend. It is Valentine's weekend, so, you know, that's okay. Cuddle up. It's going to be snuggle weather this weekend. How about that? I've been working on that all week.
The snuggle weather.
I've been working on the
that.
snuggle forecast.
That's all you got right now.
That's all I got.
Weather's kind of boring. Okay.
Anyway, did you all watch the game this weekend?
Yes.
Of course you did. Wasn't it exciting?
It was great.
Good stuff. All right. Well, yay.
And you loved it?
I absolutely had a great time and loved the game. So,
all right. Well, that'll do it for us.
Go Hawks. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great week.